Celebrity beauty treatments can be expensive and sometimes a bit odd. This one is both. Penis facials. That's the nickname of a New York City salon treatment called the Hollywood EGF facial because the secret ingredient is an enzyme derived from the cells of Korean newborn baby foreskin. So, why are stars like Sandra Bullock and Cate Blanchett shelling out $650 for this facial? Because I guess they can.
Well, so the rationale is the EGF, and the name of that facial stands for epidermal growth factor. And this is basically derived from that penile foreskin from those newborns that have been circumcised in Korea. And they draw out these stem cells, and the idea is these peptides stimulate collagen and elastin, and it's part of this facial where they're doing a cleanse and then a chemical peel. Then they're actually doing something called microneedling, which is where you take clean stainless steel, little tiny needles, open up the barrier of the skin, and then apply this epidermal growth factor serum on top.
I've always said the skin on the forehead should be called the foreskin. Like, it makes sense, right? Forehead skin, foreskin. Speaking of foreskin, I used to think that I would grow a penis out of my belly button as a child because I had a male babysitter tell me that I would if I got good grades. So obviously that was a fucking lie, but I'm grateful for it because it taught me at an early age to beware of men lying to me. Anyways, follow me for more skincare.
Every now and then, a story comes up that is so shocking and disgusting you can barely believe that it's real. I've been running this channel for nearly 2 years and I have never come across something as bad as what I'm going to talk about in today's video. What I'm about to reveal is almost like something straight out of a George Orwell novel or some dystopian nightmare sci-fi horror fiction book. But it's absolutely true. I never thought I would talk about this on my channel, but here we are. The foreskin of baby boys is being harvested and turned into a beauty cream for the most privileged women in our society. These are the most rich, powerful, and influential women in society. And no, this is not a joke. Sandra Bullock, Oprah Winfrey, Cate Blanchett, and Kate Beckinsale are just a few of the high-profile clientele shelling out thousands of dollars to get that special ingredient for the most luminescent skin money can buy. And this is how women are responding to it. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Zachary Yajama, who said, "Every child needs a mother, but not every woman deserves to be a mother." Well said, my friend. So please, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me. So don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps us out a lot. Now, back to the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
Okay, let's talk about this facial that you're obsessed with. How many, did you get the whole cast of Ocean's 8 to do
Not
this?
everybody.
Okay, and, good, smart ones.
Just those that I thought would appreciate it.
Okay, explain what it is.
Well, it's this way in which one forces through microneedling. It's like a little roller with these, some of you, I think many of you know it, and it pushes through the skin and ruptures the collagen and then boosts it. You look like a burn victim for a day, but then it pushes the serum.
What are you pushing into the skin, Sandra?
Sarah?
Carrie? What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby. That's what it is.
Okay.
Who comes up with this?
I don't think, it's not like I'm lying there with little pieces all over my face. It's like,
Who thinks of collecting it and having it for, we'll do something with this someday.
And why didn't we come up with that?
Right. We'd be rich.
And so we call it, I call it the penis facial, and I think when you see how good it is to your face, you too will run to your local facialist and say,
put
give
some.
me the penis. It's gonna happen.
A room full of women laughing at the mutilation of baby boys so they can look younger. This is what society has come to. People have become so desensitized to this dystopian society that face cream made from the amputated penises of baby boys is considered a subject for humor, something to laugh at. But let's talk about the details of the barbaric foreskin facial. How does it even work? It revolves around epidermal growth factor, or EGF serum, found in the foreskins of newborn babies. The EGF serum stimulates collagen and elastin production, enhancing the radiance of your skin. And here's something to mention, it smells exactly like sperm. And this isn't just some weird treatment only a few crazy women get. Reports suggest there's a 2-year waiting list and a single session can set you back nearly $1,000. It's hard to put into words just how bad this is. Satanic? Demonic? This is exactly the kind of thing you'd expect to find in a nightmare. Imagine being a baby and grown-up adults want to cut a part of your penis off to look younger, and you aren't even given any choice. You can't even speak, and some doctor comes at you with a scalpel. This is exactly the kind of attitude towards men we have in this society, and feminists expect us to believe that women are the underprivileged gender. In fairy tales, the Witch of the Woods lures young boys to their deaths to harvest their youthful energy to stay alive. If only this were still a fairy tale and not the reality we're now living in. This practice is barbaric and disgusting. Not just because a woman is putting baby foreskin on her face, but because if someone is paying big bucks to have that done, there's a market for it. That leaves the door wide open to things like factory farming on baby parts where sellers just lie and say they come from willing donors. There's nothing stopping this industry from becoming increasingly popular. And as we all know, when money gets involved and demand increases, supply needs to ramp up with it. And if that happened, circumcision at birth might become mandated, all in an attempt to make money selling beauty cream to rich women. And another thing that's shocking is how these women go through with it in the first place. How do you, as a female celebrity, not sit in that hospital pre-op waiting room and have a moment of intense self-awareness where you say, wait, I'm becoming exactly what all those kooky conspiracy theorists think celebrities are? The biggest problem with this beauty treatment is that it provides parents with an even bigger incentive to circumcise their boys for money. A single foreskin of a baby boy can bring in almost $1,500. And in this society where nobody really cares about men, you can expect an increase of parents forcing this upon their children in the coming years. Did you know that worldwide, women control over $31.8 trillion in worldwide spending? Women are the ones spending more time than men making economic decisions for their families. Overall, women drive 70 to 80% of all consumer purchasing through buying power and influence. The market caters to what women want. It is almost entirely set up to make women happy. If toxic feminism ruled the world, and if women found a beauty treatment that used the harvested testicles of men, modern women would be all over it. Because it's a man's body, it would be seen as fair game. This beauty treatment is just another example of the kind of man-hating attitude that's become normal. And nobody takes this seriously. Take a look at this clip next and you'll see exactly what the public attitude is. This gives me a mixture of emotions. His reaction is funny. Her calmness when talking about human baby foreskin being in the cream disturbs me. It makes me feel like we're living in an alternate nightmare reality. This can't be real. But his reaction gives me hope for people to wake up and realize that child circumcision is wrong. How can someone so casually advertise rubbing baby foreskin on their skin? It amazes me how normal this was for her to talk about like everyone uses foreskin cream and we're all okay from where it comes from. Now, could you imagine if the roles were reversed and the same cream was made from the exact same biological tissue of females? That entire crowd would be appalled and shocked beyond belief. As a viewer, you're expected and encouraged to find this funny. You're meant to laugh at this because men being put in their place is the agenda of today. How can a mother sit in the audience and laugh at this as if it's funny? This is what the feminist narrative brainwashing does to normal people. It makes them think and do terrible things, and we're supposed to believe that men are the oppressors and tyrants in this society. This tells you exactly what this society's attitude towards male bodily autonomy is. Even when it comes to sexual harassment and assault, nobody cares. When it's a man's body, anything goes. But luckily, there are some absolute chads out there who have the courage to speak out about it.
Oprah Winfrey uses a skin cream, and key ingredients in this cream are manufactured using baby foreskin fibroblasts, cells that have been extracted from foreskins that were amputated from baby boys. So, you know, I think if it was good enough for the babies that contributed to her skin cream, it should be good enough for her.
Right on. You look sexy, man.
Put her there. Oh yeah. It's really sad that as someone who's a very high-profile opponent of female circumcision, that she, at the same time, is using a product that actually is a result of male circumcision. The foreskin face cream.
I need.
Seriously.
That is a disturbing
So
story.
do you think it's okay that little boys' foreskins were used to make your skin cream? I think a lot of interesting conversations will happen tonight.
Go way back there, pal. Way back. And I'm.
Very good. Circumcised Oprah, folks.
Yeah.
Health and hygiene.
Not in our shot, dude. Thank you.
The reporter guy actually got really angry, like he was just really, Yarr! I'm guessing circumcised. We were told to leave the premises.
The truth is, this society treats men terribly compared to women. Double standards and inequalities dominate the society. It's one rule for men and another rule for women. The kinds of things that modern women and feminists get angry about are the exact kinds of injustices they inflict on men. The hypocrisy is real. Let's use male circumcision as an example. This is one of the most obvious double standards in society. The attitude towards a boy having his foreskin sliced off versus a similar procedure being done to a woman is a night and day difference. When it's a woman's body, society goes crazy. When it's a man's body, society laughs about it. Imagine a world where rich celebrity men used face cream made from the genital tissue removed from little girls. There would be global outrage. My body, my choice. Except when it comes to men, then their body's up for grabs for anybody who wants a piece of it, whether that's sexual harassment or even parts of your body. Public attitudes between infant male and female circumcision are some of the most obvious differences in the world of gender equality. Across the Western world, it's illegal to alter the genitalia of females at birth, as it should be. However, when it comes to the religious, cultural, or even aesthetic surgical altering of a baby boy's penis, even of the exact same biological tissue, anything goes. The difference in public attitudes is obvious, even in the names of both practices. When it's a man having his penis amputated, it's called male circumcision. When it's a woman under the knife, society calls it female genital mutilation. If there was equality in attitudes, we would call it male genital mutilation, but we don't, because society doesn't care about men. As a result, tens of millions of baby boys are routinely circumcised each year around the world for non-medical reasons. The vast majority of the time, this is usually without anesthesia. And here's another thing, it's always without consent. In the past, feminists have responded to this point by saying that male circumcision is just a snip. They say that it's completely harmless and absolutely nowhere near as bad as female circumcision. This couldn't be further from the truth. It's not just a snip. Male circumcision removes more than half the nerve ending from the penis, as well as the most sensitive parts. And it can, and often does, lead to all kinds of problems. I'm talking about medical complications, dampening of sexual arousal, and erectile dysfunction. In fact, at least 100 baby boys needlessly die every year from circumcision in America. And if you thought such a thing couldn't get worse, this latest beauty treatment has taken this to a whole new level. If female circumcision was a thing in Western society, this would be one of the main talking points of modern feminism. They would be protesting in their tens of thousands outside of clinics saying a baby cannot give consent. But when it comes to men, nobody cares. Nobody is protesting, even though this is just as much of a violation of a human being's bodily autonomy. A baby boy cannot give consent, and his body is permanently altered for life. They don't even wait until he's old enough to make the decision. This is yet another piece of evidence that feminism does not care about equality, and it never has. It's about power, and anything they can get their hands on that gives them power over men, they'll take. You will never see a single feminist protesting this. And it isn't even a medical necessity. There are certain medical procedures that are necessary for the health of a person, but male circumcision in the vast majority of cases is not medically required. You'll often hear that there are a few benefits, but this doesn't justify the forced removal of a boy's foreskin. I've already mentioned that hundreds of baby boys have died as a result of this practice, but even more have permanent disfigurement and even more severe complications. Here are 2 comments from men on YouTube. As the recipient of a botched circumcision at 2 days old and now into my 40s and dealing with all the problems it's caused me, I'm thankful for anyone of influence with the nerve to speak up against this crime against males. As a person who remembers full well what the pain was like, having been circumcised at 18 and that under complete anesthesia, I have to agree on the barbarity of it. The pain after waking up and after the anesthetic wore off was excruciating and lasted for weeks. After the fact, as an older adult, I understood what both the doctor and that practice truly were. Criminal and barbaric is what they are. There's a growing body of research that's exploring the potential long-term psychological effects of circumcision, and it makes sense. Many men feel that they've had a part of them taken away, but without the choice. And this isn't even mentioning the sexual function issues that many men face. In a society like this where men are seen as expendable at best and toxic predators at worst, only one response makes sense. Walk away and don't participate. The biggest and most effective form of protest is your absence. Men are doing this in increasing numbers, and this is only going to get better. When enough men refuse to play a game that is rigged against them, society might start to pay attention to the insane feminist agenda that's taking over. Get in the best shape of your life. Prioritize your finances. Do the things that make you the happiest. When we do this, we become what feminists hate, a free man in control of his life. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.